This is an honest conversation about learning to live well with MS together. Because support may be centered around you, but it isn't only about you.
This is a skyscraper. Are you serious? Where's my elevator? This is ridiculous. MS can get on your nerves.
If you're living with MS, or even loving someone with MS,
You don't have to face it alone.
this is On My Nerves. MS Unfiltered,
A place for honest conversation, connection, and healing
where we say the quiet parts out loud
together.
together. Something we don't talk about enough is that when MS enters your life, it also enters the lives of the people who love you. They are learning a new way to live too. Living with MS requires grace, but the people supporting you need grace too.
Great topic today, Michelle. You know, when people talk about MS support, they normally focus on the patient. In your experience, why don't you think people focus more on the support system as a whole?
I think because they're almost like background singers. And like when you go to a concert, you're going for the star. You're not going for the background singers. In the world of chronic illness, specifically MS, because that's what we're talking about, everybody's focused on you and making sure you're getting your treatment, making sure that you're safe, that your needs are being met. But they're not really focusing on your background singers. They're not focused on your family.
Those background singers aren't given as much credit as they deserve. You know, the support system of the people
Right.
around you, your family and friends are important. And those are the ones who are going to hold you up in those tough moments, those difficult times. And so making sure that they're healthy, that they're whole is a huge part of your healing, your experience with the disease. The more healthy your support system, the more healthy you are. When did you realize that the people around you, that your support system was the true MVPs of your diagnosis?
I think, well, initially for me at the very beginning, when everybody was equivalently confused, everybody was like, what is this? Nobody had any point of reference. Nobody had any background information. They approached taking care of this issue the way they've approached everything else in my life. Like it looked exactly the same as it did when I experienced my first of anything. When I was first diagnosed, they approached it the exact same way. So that's when I realized, okay, this does not scare them away. This scared them towards me. And since I've had it for so long and nothing has changed, the same level of intent, the same intensity, the same whatever you need, we will try our best to pull off. So that's when I realized. What about you?
I don't think there was ever a moment of realization. I think it was just kind of baked into the pot with me, being that you were already diagnosed. It was just kind of understood that this was going to be a team effort. So pretty much everybody just kind of, I guess you would say, sprung into action. But yeah, you could see the hurt that people were experiencing from the reality of things, the changes that were happening, that are happening. You notice those things, but in terms of actual shifting of things, it just seems normal to me. How have you adjusted with them having to adjust?
I think I kept my worries or complaints to a minimal because like if I was having something happen to me, I tried not to vocalize it as much as I maybe should have because I felt like they were already dealing with a lot anyway. Like the things that I couldn't stop, I can't hide the stumbling. I can't hide the tripping. I can't hide the falls. So if I had to put it on a scale that was on a scale of 0 to 10, if it was like a 2 on the scale, I just didn't bring it up, you know? But if it was a 10, you couldn't miss it, you know?
Right.
But if it was a
Right.
2, I was just like, yeah, it's not worth it. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know about other people, but I don't want to be that person that something's always wrong.
Yeah, no, yeah,
You
me either.
always
I don't,
have an issue.
yeah, I don't talk about everything. Yeah, either. I kind of keep to myself a lot,
Yeah.
actually. I keep to myself. Do you think that that's at a detriment, or do you think we should be more vocal about? Because I feel worrisome sometimes the more vocal I am, you know?
Really?
And
Talk
not
about
that,
that before I
well,
answer. Because
I
I
feel
want to.
more worried. I feel worrisome because I don't always need a solution. I just kind of want to talk about it sometimes. And my family, our support system wants are about systems. And if you say anything, they're gonna try to create a solution and a system. And sometimes that can be more complicated than the issue itself. So I just, okay, I'm just cool on this, versus saying something, then, oh, we got to fix it. And like, no, I'm just saying, like, it just sucks today, you know?
Right, right. Okay. You know what? And like as you mentioned that, maybe that's a guy girl thing
I think so.
because because I think like having brothers and having a husband, like I noticed that in them. Like they're like they keep it to themselves not
Yeah,
simply because
I ain't tripping.
it's nothing there. They're just like it's not a thing, you know?
Nah, yeah.
So
Mm-mm.
let's just get on with the get on. But versus girls, well, this girl, I'm very outspoken and I like to talk about it. Not complain about it. Like, what do you think? Kind of just let's just conversate about it. And I think I've done that for so long that they realize that I'm not asking for a solution. I'm just
Right. I don't
talking.
need help. I'm just talking about it. I don't need help in this moment. I'm cool, y'all. I'm just saying, you know. But if you say something, if once you say something, everybody's like, okay, well, let's do this. We got to do this. Let's try this. Let's go here. Just saying. Today was just a little rough.
That's all I'm saying, right? My parents have walked with me so long that they can tell, like, okay, this is a problem. We have to do something about this. Versus she just talking, she just getting it off her chest, kind of thing. Versus my husband, like if I say something, I probably say less to my spouse than I say to my parents because I know my husband is a fixer. My husband is a systems guy, and if I say something, I'm not saying it for you to fix it. I'm just saying it. I think that he knows that if I come to him with the vocabulary that I talk about all the time, like because I had to create a vocabulary like this actually is happening like this and this is what this feels like, then a system is going to inevitably be put in place to prevent that
Mm.
from happening again.
So why do you think that, thinking about our support system, caring for them, why do you think that that is important in our diagnosis?
Because I love them.
Because love is there.
Their heart matters just as much as, yeah, I love them. Their heart matters just as much as mine does. It's the disease that I happen to have, but I don't want to put more on them than is necessary
Right.
because I can do. And I say this very gently. I do not mean this in a mean way at all. So let me just start by saying that. I do not mean this in a mean way. But MS is not a reason for me to petition for more assistance. And I think that if you petition for more assistance over time, you lose the ability to do it yourself. So because I know they love me just as much as I love them, I'm very conscious of overusing the help that I know they
Yeah.
would give me without even thinking about it.
Right. Yep. You don't
And I
want
don't
to,
want that to happen.
you don't want to run your workers down. So you don't want to run your
Right.
workers down. Yeah. You got to keep them healthy.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Like, right. I want to, and I want to still be independent.
Right.
I
Yeah.
want to
Me
keep
too.
my
That's a big thing.
workers.
That's a big thing. Yeah. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Huge thing.
Right.
Yeah. I want to be
Right.
supported in my independence. And so,
Hmm.
and if they are supporting me in that effort, then I have to make sure that they're whole.
I think, me personally, although I'm the one with the diagnosis, you have to be selfless also. I mean, you have every right to be selfish. Nobody will fault you for that. But I think you have, as part of taking the responsibility, you have to be selfless in order to be just like a team member. Being in a family, you're a teammate, and teammates, everybody carries some share of the load, and happy to do it. You don't have one person taking care of the entire team. That's not sustainable. And so I think just being the one with the disease, you have to be mindful of the people that are helping you and being kind to them as well, I think. And it makes it, and you know what? Honestly, it makes it easier to serve other people when you feel like that they care about your interest as well.
It's happened to me. It did happen to y'all. It happened to me. This has affected my life. It's changing everything. It's throwing everything off script. It is about me. It is about me because it's about my life. And now I need the support and I need attention. So it is about me. What about those people? There's a lot of people like that, actually, who are like that. It is about me. Everybody should cater because I have this diagnosis and my life is altered. And I didn't ask for this. And this happened to me. So bestow upon me all of your grace and services. because I have been chosen with this lucky, fortunate distinction of an MS patient. So here,
Right.
I'm hungry. Here, I'm tired. Here, bring me this, fetch me that. You know, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Take me, deliver me to the neurologist. That exists for a lot of people who then
Mm-hmm.
internalize this as finally, well, some people it finally something that's mine, that is distinctly mine. Therefore, everyone owes me. How have choosing not to take that approach? How has that shaped your outcome up to this point?
That's a hard question because I don't have all the answers, but I think being mindful of the people around you, I think it all boils down to which one are you? Are you selfish or are you selfless? Because we all know you got it. We
Yeah.
know.
hmm
But
I think you summed it
I
up
think
with
it's just
love.
a decision you have to make. Yeah,
You
you
love
have
them.
to love. Do you love these
Yeah.
people? Right.
Yep. And that's
You
what it
love
is. You
them.
love you. You wouldn't
Yeah.
do that to people you love, right?
Right, right. It's as simple as that because I get it. I get it. I'm the one with the disease. I'm the one hurting. I'm the one whose entire life has been turned upside down. I'm the one. I mean, I get that, but that only goes so far. And I just can't imagine that putting that on the people that I love because they're human beings too. They
Mm,
didn't give you the disease either. You know,
mm,
you woke up
mm.
like this, and that's a real statement. You
Yeah,
woke up
that's
like
true.
this, so it's not their fault either. So no, I mean I do. I think it starts with love, and then I think it trickles down to which one are you, selfish or selfless? Because the people, if there's mutual love, they'll see that you need help and they will voluntarily offer. But if that's not there, then I don't really have a concept of that, so I really can't speak to it. I'm saying this presuming that love is involved. If love is involved, then love covers a multitude of faults.
Mm, I
And
agree.
so if
I
love is
agree.
involved, you don't get to the part of, oh, this is all about me. I
Mm,
don't really care what happens to you. This is all about me. And the anger that ensues as a result. You gonna take care of me.
mm,
This happened to me and I don't like this and da 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 da. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that life. I don't
mm.
know that.
So then, do you ever feel guilty for asking for help or support? At any moment, do you ever
No,
feel, no, me either. Because of that
no.
understanding, right? That respect that we have, the love that
Mm-hmm.
we share with our
Mm-hmm.
support system. I don't ever feel guilty because I don't abuse them. I don't take advantage, you know?
Right.
I respect them. I respect them. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't feel guilty. I do know that a lot of people do feel guilty about asking for help, but no, I don't. I need it, and I'm blessed with people who support me enough to help me. So I'll ask if I
Mm-hmm.
need it.
Mm-hmm. I think you brought about a great point about abusing them because love is the primary metric. I think because that relationship has been established, the love has been consistent for all this time. They know that if you're asking, you really need the help
Really
because
need
these people
help.
also know you.
Yeah, they know me.
Like if I'm
Know you
asking
too.
for help, right? I know them, but they know me too. And actually, this past weekend is a great example. This past weekend, we had the other side of the family's family reunion. Well, they don't see me as much as other parts of our family. And so they noticed that as I was walking, that it was a little different than what they remember. It wasn't bad, it was just a little different. And I mentioned that my brother holds my hand sometimes. And so from that moment till I said, to the last time I saw them, this particular cousin held my hand every single time I was walking. And I was like, all right. I mean, I didn't stop him, because he loves me. And how do I know he loves me? Because he's proven it to me over a lifetime. And he was like, this is what your brother does to protect you, then this is what I'm going to do to protect you. And so there was nothing I had to ask for. It was something that was like, this is what love looks like, so I'm going to follow suit. So I didn't feel like I was putting him out because, one, it was voluntary, and two, I didn't, like I said, I didn't ask for it. And he was happy to do it. He was like, whatever it takes to keep you safe, I'm willing.
Mm,
And I was very grateful for that. So I think that's what makes it different. If you're like, you are going to hold my hand everywhere I go. Matter of fact, I want to go here, 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 and here, and you're going to come with me. I don't care about your schedule, but you're going to meet my schedule, and you're going to meet my needs, and you're going to do what I say because I said, now, come on, man. That's
Mm,
not realistic. That's
right.
selfish. But if you're doing something, if you're in the process of living your life, and to me, this is my opinion. Now, all of this is my opinion, okay? But if you're in the process of living your life and your family who has shown you in the past that they love you, and this is a way that they continue to show you that they love you, then be okay with that. That's just my opinion.
Hmm.
How do you show family or otherwise? How do you show other people, one, that you're grateful for the help that they extend?
Man, I say, I go back to the trusty old thank yous, the thank yous and the hugs and I'm a little bit of a gifter too when I can, but just in the conversations and the relationships and the building that we're still doing with each other, the supporting that we're having,
Mm-hmm.
that's not just physical, that's not around this disease, but just like life support and encouragement and those things that are valuable to me much more so than
Mm-hmm.
just supporting this specific circumstance. Our support for each other,
Right,
just
right,
for whatever life is, for any of us, is
right,
what's more true to me.
right. And you know what? Made me think of something really cool. Show interest in their life too. It's not about your life all the time. They have a life too.
Yeah,
And be interested in their world too. You
right.
know? Because if love is the overarching thing, they love you. They've shown you that they love you.
Yeah, and I know
Show them that
sometimes
you love them too.
that's a great point because I know it's hard sometimes to be happy for other people whenever you may be going through whatever it is that you're going through. But man, having that true support to where you are genuinely happy and want people to thrive and survive. And, I don't, because I have a disability, I don't feel like I'm on the sidelines watching everybody. ha- Like what's happening with everybody is what I always thought would happen. I'm happy. I'm encouraged. I'm still with them. I feel like I'm walking along with them. I'm just not able to be there in the way that I always thought. But man, I'm super happy and proud of my support system, and I try to be there for them as much as I can.
Yes, 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 yes. I totally agree with that. Because if love is the overarching thing, then some of this is just going to be the offshoot of love. You're happy, genuinely happy for them. You're genuinely celebrating them. You genuinely want things to go well for them. You genuinely want them to experience joy and accomplishment. You want that for them. And so, and therein lies the focus being taken off of you, and you're okay with that. That's just my opinion.
Whenever you're fatigued and tired, how does communicating under those circumstances, how does that affect your support system? Communicating to them, receiving communication from them, whenever you're in the fatigue state. I shut down.
Like
I've
the
learned
MS
that about myself.
fatigues, the
MS fatigue.
you do
No,
you shut
MS
down?
fatigue. Oh
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've
because I'm
learned
like,
it
there's a
about
difference
myself.
between MS fatigue
Oh yeah.
and regular fatigue.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about MS fatigue?
MS fatigue.
Okay. Well, MS fatigue, there's really nothing to explain because when I'm tired, it's a natural response. My eyes just close and I just go to sleep, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. I mean, yeah, I mean literally tired before.
Mm.
Where so I just pulled over and took a
It's not
quick
worth it.
nap
Hmm.
until I could get home and get in bed. But that was an MS fatigue moment, and I could not make myself go further, no matter how much. It was not a mind over matter
No,
situation.
you can't do it. You can't do it.
MS fatigue, MS fatigue is different. Yeah, you can't mind over matter. You just have to make a decision.
Hmm.
And I felt like I was gonna hurt myself or somebody else if I didn't stop.
Yeah.
That was just me. What you do? What do you do in those situations when MS fatigue takes over?
I'm a surrender to MS fatigue. Before I understood what it was, I used to get frustrated. My fuse and I have a long fuse. It takes a lot to really get me frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
but the people around me started noticing, like my temper. I'll be a little bit more brash, a little bit more direct, but it's because I'm tired. Not that I'm really upset or whatever's going on. It's just that I'm frustrated because I'm tired, and I'm tired
Mm-hmm.
because I'm frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole thing. And so I've learned that now. If it requires an emotional expense, if I'm fatigued, it's just better for me to just come back because I'm not going to be able to give the full approach to it if I'm fatigued because I might be
Mhm.
angry. I may be frustrated. This gets in the way of everything.
Before we wrap up, the biggest takeaway is simple. Living with MS requires grace, but the people supporting us need grace too. They may not have MS, but their lives change just like ours. They're learning, adjusting, helping, worrying, and showing up in ways we may not always see. So this week, take a moment. Thank someone who has supported you. Send the text, make the call, or just simply say, I see you and I appreciate you. If this conversation helped you, subscribe, share the episode, and join us on Substack at onmynerves.substack.com. Until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. None of this information is intended for diagnostic or treatment purposes.
Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be well, stay encouraged, and we'll see you in the next episode.